What if I told you that your desire is not a weakness? It's not greed, it's not impatience, but it's intelligence. What if I told you that your desire is not distraction, but it's direction coming straight to you from your soul? Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Flight to Fulfillment podcast. I'm your host, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach and the founder of the Freedom Divas Hub. And today's topic is one that has been misunderstood for the longest time, in fact, for centuries: the spiritual psychology of desire. Now, desire has often been labeled as something really dangerous or selfish or ego driven. Especially for women, we are always taught to be content. We always told that we should be grateful, we should not want too much. But psychology and spirituality both agree on one truth: that desire is not the problem. Misunderstood desire is the problem. So today let's unpack what desire actually is and what it's trying to show us. These are the 5 insights into the spiritual psychology of desire. Number 1, desire is a signal. It's not a flaw. Psychology says that desire arises when something within you seeks expression, when something inside of you wants expansion, when something inside of you wants healing. Spiritually, desire is the soul's way of saying there is more alignment available for you. Desire is not lack, desire is awareness. The problem is not wanting, it's judging yourself for wanting. That's the problem. We always judge ourselves. Are we good to want this? Are we being selfish to want this? Are we being greedy to want this? So, wanting is not the problem. Judging yourself for wanting it is the problem. Number 2, desire often reveals, the most unmet emotional need of yours. So many desires are symbolic. Your desire for success, it shows your need for self-worth or safety. Desire for love, it shows your need for connection or visibility. Desire for freedom shows your need for autonomy or truth. Desire for money shows your need for choice, ease, security. When you chase the object without understanding the need behind it, desire becomes exhausting. When you meet the need consciously, desire becomes very, very peaceful. Number 3, suppressed desire turns into anxiety or resentment. Always remember this, because psychology teaches us that what we suppress does not disappear. It just distorts. Unexpected, unexpressed desire often becomes the reason for our being irritable, for being restless, for our making comparisons, for our burnout, for our emotional numbness. Spiritually, bypassing desire does not make you an evolved person. It just makes you disconnected. Alignment comes from listening to yourself and not silencing yourself. Number 4, desire is meant to be felt. It's not something you have to cling to. So here's where spirituality adds up. Healthy desire will always flow. Unhealthy desire will grip. Clinging turns desire into suffering. So if you just cling on to something in the name of desire, you will end up suffering. But allowing, yourself, giving yourself the permission, not judging yourself, will turn the desire into guidance. You can really want something really deeply without making your happiness depend on it. That's emotional maturity. Number 5, aligned desire comes from wholeness. It does not come from a place of scarcity or lack. So the most powerful desire that you have, they arise when you're not desperate for things. Think about it. Look back at your life. The most powerful desires you would have had would not be born out of any desperation. When desire comes from wholeness, it sounds like, oh my god, I would love this. But it's okay, if I don't have it, I'm okay too. This is where manifestation, psychology, spirituality, everything meets. You have to stop chasing. You have to start aligning. You move from craving to clarity. So, my beautiful soul, your desires are really not random, and you're not being selfish, you're not being greedy. They are just messages, and not all desires are meant to be fulfilled immediately, but all desires are meant to be understood. You need to understand your desire, you need to understand where that desire comes from and what that desire means to you. When you stop fighting your desires, and when you start listening to yourself, why you have this desire, why you start listening to your desires, with complete awareness, your desires will stop controlling you and they will start actually guiding you. So if you're ready to explore desire, alignment, emotional clarity, and soul-led living at a very, very deep level, then I ask you to come and join us in our community, the Freedom Divas Hub, where women learn to integrate psychology and spirituality, not choose one over the other. Until next time, this is me, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach, signing off till my next podcast. But do remember to like, comment, and share this episode with whoever needs to hear this today. And don't forget to follow the Flight to Fulfillment podcast on either YouTube or Substack or Apple or Spotify, wherever you're more comfortable, so that you don't miss out on a single dose of inspiration coming your way. I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.